students, hope you are well. Today we learn about narration. Dear students, you know that we may report a speaker's speech in two ways. These are direct speech and indirect speech. When we quote a speaker's actual words, then it is called a direct speech. And when we do not quote a speaker's actual words, then it is called indirect speech. For example, if I say, Mr. John said to me, I am writing a letter, then here I am writing a letter is direct speech because I am quoting the actual words of Mr. John. If I say, Mr. John told me that he was writing a letter, here I am not quoting the actual words of Mr. John, so this is indirect speech. Dear students, you have learned a lot about in class 8. Today I will discuss in short about narration because you are a student of class 9. So let's start. Mr. John said to me, I am writing a letter. I am writing a letter. Look at this direct speech. Let us identify this direct speech. Here we see Mr. John said to me. This is reporting speech. Said. In the reporting speech, that is the verb said, and this said is reporting verb. Then here we see the subject of the reporting speech. Mr. John is the subject of the reporting speech. Then you see me. This is the object. This is the object of the reporting speech. And here you see I am writing a letter within the inverted comma. This is reported speech. Reported speech. And we also see a verb, auxiliary verb here. This is the verb of the reported speech. And this is also the verb of the reported speech. This is the auxiliary verb and this is the principal verb. These are reported verb. So, you have understood which is what. Here, Mr. John said to me, this is reporting speech. Mr. John, subject, said, reporting verb, me, object, and here, M is reported verb, writing is principal verb, and this is the subject of the reported speech. Subject of the reported speech, and this is the object of the reported speech. So, you have understood what is what. Now we will discuss the fundamental rules of narration. Let's see an example. He says, I am ill. John will say, I have finished the work. You see here two sentences. He says, I am ill, and John will say, I have finished the work. Here you notice, here the reporting verb is in the present tense, and here the reporting verb is in the future tense. You should know that if the reporting verb is in the present tense or the future tense, the tense of the reported speech will be unchanged. Here we see what? Here the reported speech is in what tense, dear students? The reported speech here is in the present indefinite tense. So there will be no change of the tense. So how we will change this direct to indirect? He says, I am ill. He says that he is ill. So how have we changed it? Observe, I am ill. This is an assertive sentence, and you also observe that we have added he says and he is ill, these two sentences with the conjunction that. Then you also see that the verb here, the reporting verb here is in the present tense. So there is no change of the verb. Here it is also in the present tense, present indefinite tense. And look at this second sentence. We see here that the reporting verb is will say. So what I have said, if the reporting verb is in the present tense or future tense, the tense of the reported speech will be unchanged. That means here if you observe, I have finished the work. This is in what tense? This is in present perfect tense, because have plus past participle form of the verb. So what you will do, how you will change it? John will say, that he has finished the work. John will say that he has finished the work. How we have changed it? You know that instead of inverted comma, we have put here that as this is an assertive sentence. And what have we done here? You see how, and you have already learned how to change person. Here you see the first person. In the reported speech, the subject is in the first person. So it will be changed according to the subject of the reporting verb. Is the reporting subject, the subject of the reporting speech is John. That means is third person. So I will change into he. And what I have said also, that if it is in the future tense, then there will be no change of the tense of the reported speech. As it is in the present perfect tense, so it will also be in the present perfect tense. So you need not to think so much about this. It's very easy that only you have changed the person here, and you know that with the subject he, you should write down has. Next, I am discussing this sentence. Mr. John said to me, I am writing a letter. You have seen this sentence and you have already observed that here the reporting verb said to. That means it is in the past tense. And you have already learned that if the reporting verb is in the past tense, then the reported speech will be changed according to the corresponding past tense. So, how you should change it? You see that Mr. John, as you know, I am writing a letter. This is an assertive sentence. We know that if it is assertive sentence, instead of reporting verb said to, we write down told. So Mr. John told me, then you should also write down that instead of the inverted comma. Mr. John told me that. Then what I have said, you have to change this according to the corresponding past tense. As it is present continuous tense, so it will be past continuous tense. Mr. John told me that he was writing a letter. Mr. John told me that he was writing a letter. So I am giving you how to change tense according to the corresponding past tense. Now I am